We've got some Week 11 OFL football Thursday night action as the 5-4 Pittsburgh Steelers head out to First Energy Stadium to take on the 0-9 winless Cleveland Browns, who are trying to get their first win of the OFL season. The last team to have not won a game. Will tonight be the night that they do it and get that illustrious first win of the year? Let's go here. First quarter, 2nd and 1 for Pitt. As Dirty Flacco, he's going to go deep and it's intercepted. Welcome to the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. That's Byron Murphy, the rookie out of Washington with the play. Quick start here for Cleveland as they're going to get the field goal. Field goals were a common theme in this game. Expect to see a lot of them today as the Browns have a 3-0 lead. So here returns Flacco and the Steeler offense, 3rd and 12. Joe, the former Super Bowl MVP, gets it to his man who drops it at the last second. That'll force out the field goal unit, as now we will get ourselves acquainted with Stephen Hauschka, who makes the field goal. As we'll be seeing a lot of field goals today. As I said earlier, this game now tied up at 3. Later in the Cleveland Browns ensuing possession, there's Deshaun Watson, who started the year off in Pittsburgh. Of course, was traded here to Cleveland, loses 4, courteous of James Washington, who was also traded to Cleveland halfway through the year. Now into the second quarter, here's Deshaun Watson up the middle, just a little over to Chase Edmonds, who brings it to the 20. He gets hurt on the play. And the Browns running back core loves getting hurt. I mean, David Johnson's been out for a while. Darren Sproles got hurt in this game, and his bones are made of glass. And then there's Edmonds getting hurt. As the field goal is up and good, Browns make it 6-3. That's Jason Sanders with the kick. So here's the Steeler offense. That play is read like a book. James Conner loses 4, courteous of a one-handed man himself, Shaquem Griffin. Now 3rd down and 8 here for Pittsburgh. Joe Flacco with it. He's going to dance a little bit in the pocket. You might as well call him Kim Jong-un because he's launching nukes. Connecting with his tight end, Hunter Henry, for the first down right there, bringing it to the 2-minute warning. And now from the 14-yard line, Steelers trying to get their first lead of the ball game. This Flacco, he will look to throw it. He has more time than someone waiting in a McDonald's drive-thru, but he took a little bit too long taking his order, as that's Antoine Woods with the sack. So guess what? We'll get to see the field goal unit again. Stephen Hauschka, his kick goes right down Main Street. We are now tied up at 6. This has been one of the more interesting, yet dull, yet at the same time close games so far of the season, as the Browns going to try to do some damage here late in the first half, but Watson is sacked as Kyle Van Noy going downstairs where Daddy hides the vodka. Browns get the ball here starting the second half. There's Chris Ivory with the play. He's going to run for a nice gain of 22 yards, bringing it to midfield. And then the very following play, Deshaun Watson, the former Heisman Trophy. Oh, wait. The NCAA is rigged, and he doesn't have a trophy as he is sacked by Cam Hayward, his 2nd sack of the game. So that'll bring us to a 2nd and 14. Very next play. Here's D-Watt up the middle, just a little. That's Kenny Stills. Or no, that's Demaryius Thomas, sorry, with the play. Thomas, the veteran, with a nice first down conversion. And then from the 5, 2nd and goal. Here's Deshaun Watson. He's going to get it to his tight end, Greg Olsen, for the touchdown. Browns up by 7. As they have a chance to win this ball game, folks. They might actually get a dub. Never thought I'd see the day. Here's Flacco. He's going to connect with that's Kenny Stills. He gets it to the 34-yard line. Nice play by the former Saint. Dolphin, I don't think he was anywhere else. Oh, Texan. I mean, not really. He was a I don't know. I'm getting myself confused as there's Hunter Henry bringing it to the 8-yard line. And then here returns the field goal unit. Stephen Hauschka, 2 for 2. Why not get the hat trick? He's now 3 for 3. And the Steelers will cut the lead down to 4. 13-9. Pittsburgh back with the ball. 7:20 left. That's 4:20 in European time, as that'll be a nice play for the running back James Conner, who gets it nowhere. Or he gets it to the 43. Pretty much nowhere, because it's 3rd down and 10 here. As Flacco, he's going to look, and he has an open man. Kenny Stills, who has to lunge over and make the grab, bringing it Nice play right there on a first down. Now at the 18-yard line, Pittsburgh is in the red zone. 2nd and 7. Here's Joe Flacco. he would be sacked by Trey Hendrickson and friends. And the Steelers can get nice things, but your nice things can only be so good. As we're going to have to settle for a 4th field goal. Hauschka is good. Steelers cut the lead down to 1. So they could still come back here, but not the position they really want to be in. So Cleveland is chewing some clock. 2nd and 3 here. They just need to be smart with the football. It's Deshaun Watson. He's going to look to throw it, and he connects. What a catch by Demaryius Thomas. Browns bring it to the 32. Now 3rd and 6. If the Browns get this first down conversion, it's game over. Cleveland gets a win as Chris Ivory is stopped. So the Steelers still do have life. But here is the field goal unit. Jason Sanders is 3 for 3, but he'll make it 4 for 4. As both kickers combined to go 8 for 8 in this game. That's pretty impressive. And the Browns are now up by 4. 1:12 left to go. Flacco, nice play over to Hunter Henry, who brings it to the 39-yard line. Steelers having a nice little drive here. First down from the 39. Here is Flacco, sacked by Trey Hendrickson. Now 4th and 1. 1 second left. This is the game. The Browns have a chance to win their first game of the year. Flacco, Hail Mary tipped, and it's almost caught. The Steeler receiver had a chance to make the play there, and the Cleveland Browns losing streak has come to an end. They get the win 16-12, improving to 1-9. Steelers, meanwhile, go down to 5-5. Bad loss for Pittsburgh as they want to stay in the OAFC North Divisional race. And this looked like a 3-win for them, and they obviously did not get the win. Looking around the rest of the league, Panthers over the Falcons, 21-18. Falcons are stuck in mediocre land. Panthers are pretty much just tanking this season. And they're doing a pretty good job as this is only their 3rd win of the campaign, putting them at 3-7, which is the tied for 2nd worst record in the league, behind, of course, Cleveland. Cowboys beat the Lions, so Detroit loses their first game to Week 1, and it's none other than Matthew Stafford who wins a big game. And meanwhile, for Dallas, they started off 0-4-1, but they've won 5 straight and are right back in the thick of things. So, shout out to Dallas. They've played some really good football lately. And then we got the Colts and the Jaguars. Indianapolis gets the win here. Jacksonville has really been in free fall. They have been sliding these past few weeks. And the only reason why the Jaguars are still in their divisional race is because the AFC South is a train wreck. Speaking of sliding teams, Miami Dolphins lose their 4th straight. This one comes in the hands of the Buffalo Bills, who are playing some better football. It hasn't been a great year for the Bills, only their 4th win, I believe. But how about the Dolphins? They were 4-1-1, and they've fallen off the face of the earth for crying out loud. Ravens beat the Texans 35-14. I'm going to say it right now. The Ravens are legit. I think they are a contender to go far here in the OFL playoffs. I think they're a really, really solid team, only at 6-4, but I think they're better than their record. Maybe on paper their team isn't that talented, but this is a very solid squad, allowing Donald Penn to force 5 sacks in this one. Next up, we got the Denver Broncos beating the Minnesota Vikings, as the Broncos have a slight lead in the very competitive OAFC West. Chiefs and Chargers right in the thick of things. Meanwhile, the Vikings are trying to tank this year, and they've won a few too many games for their liking, but they're in no danger of catching the Lions anytime soon in that division. Next things next, the Jets put up 22 in the 4th to beat the Redskins 36-29. So, Washington has not won a game since Week 3. They started off 3-0, and they have fallen apart. Now, the Redskins coach Rieger wanted me to start Daniel Jones in this game over Patrick Mahomes. I forgot to do that. My apologies. Mahomes had a really good game in this one, throwing 4 touchdowns, but I assume he still wants me to make the switch, and I will do that. Saints beat the Buccaneers, as this is a very interesting race in the NFC South. That division is likely going to be won by the Saints or the Bucs. Both of those teams are currently tied at 6-4. Saints have a head-to-head tiebreaker, though. They've won both matches. And then the 49ers get revenge on the Cardinals. Suck it, Nick. As my Niners are now 7-3. Cardinals are 5-6-1. Or no, they're just 5-6. I don't know where I got the tie from. But they're 5-6 headed into their Week 12 bye week. But unfortunately for my Niners, Kareem Hunt partially tore his ACL. He's out for the year. So that's pretty rough. Bengals defeat the Oakland Raiders Cincinnati improves to 8-2, which is tied for the best record in the OFL. How the Bengals have been this good, I don't even know. But they just have been playing some great football. And then look at this. The Patriots have been dethroned as Apple and the Eagles defeat Alpo and the Patriots by 1 point, 18-17. I said the Ravens are legit, but watch out for the Eagles. They're probably my pick to make the OFL Bowl and the ONFC. And I think that'll be the OFL Bowl matchup, Patriots and Eagles. And I think those are probably the two best teams in the league at this point, where we're standing right now. Bears beat the struggling Rams on Sunday Night Football. Neither of these teams really have playoff aspirations, and Chicago has the worst roster head-to-toe in this league, but they've still won a few games here and there. And then the Chiefs and Chargers trade field goals the whole game. Kansas City does score an overtime touchdown. Big game from Todd Gurley, as this is a big win for the Chiefs, putting them right next to the Denver Broncos in the divisional race. The Chargers, meanwhile, fall about a game back now, so this is a big loss for the Chargers. This might be the most important game of the week, honestly, for playoff implications. Here's a look at the Week 12 schedule. We got some interesting games in there. And then let's take a look at the standings. AFC North, Bengals with a comfortable lead. Ravens not too far behind. AFC South, as I said, is a train wreck. AFC East, you might as well give the Patriots the crown now. And then in the West, Broncos and Chiefs are right next to each other. Chargers in the race as well. Alliance of the NFC North pretty much locked up. Saints and Bucks tied in the South. In the East, Eagles with a comfortable lead, but Dallas is storming ahead. And then in the West, San Francisco 2 ahead of Seattle, 2.5 ahead of Arizona. Then looking at the playoff seedings, Patriots 1, Bengals 2, Broncos 3, Titans 4, Chiefs 5, and Ravens 6. Chargers right behind as well. Steelers also in the mix at 5-5. And then in the ONFC, Lions 1, 49ers 2, Eagles 3, Saints 4, Bucks 5, Cowboys 6. And you got plenty of 5-win teams right there. So the ONFC, should be very competitive. And then players of the week, Patrick Mahomes and Hassan Reddick of the losing Redskins. And then Dak Prescott and TJ Watt. That'll do it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Loving plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Yo, hey, man!